Hello, good morning. It's morning where I am right now. I want to welcome you to this class, and I hope you have been doing so great. In this class, we are going to create navigation menu, or we call it a navigation bar on our project, this simple page that we are working on. In our last class, we separated the HTML and the CSS to be on individual files. So we're able to clean up our HTML codes so that it would not be clustered with inline CSS and then internal CSS. So we created this link that connects our HTML file with the CSS file. So we're going to very quickly create a navigation menu, and in the navigation menu we're going to have only 3 items, and that navigation menu is going to be at the top of our page. The first thing we have there, and it's going to carry a logo with the navigation menu at the right side. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do, I have done that. I brought in a logo which I'm going to use as my logo. So you need to upload a logo file on the image folder right here. After that, we come immediately after the body open tag. You press the enter key, and then I'm going to be using shortcuts. If you are using VS Code, you can use the same shortcut as I do. So I'm going to create a div with a class name NAVBAR. So for it to be fast, you just press dots NAVBAR, which is the class name. You hit enter. So this is the div element that we want to use. And then inside this div element, I'm going to bring in img for image, and then the source is going to be imgs, which is the folder, then / I'm going to choose the logo that I uploaded. I'm going to give this image a class name for styling. I'll call it class logo. Okay, and then the alt text, I'm going to call it what let me just call it my logo. You can call it any other thing describing the website that you are creating, but this is just for a learning purpose. So I'll tap in, and the next thing is I want to create an ordered list that would carry our navigation items. So UL, enter, you break it, and then you begin to list the list items. So I'm going to type this manually li, which is list. I close it, and then I'm going to also open an anchor tag, ahref =, then I'm going to call this I'm going to use a dead link. So I put in the hash sign there, which means that it's a dead link. Then I close this. So I'll copy the close tag. Okay, in between the close tag here, I'm going to type in the navigation title, which is home. That's the first thing I want to have, the home. Then I will copy it, then make it 3, because we need only 3 items. So the second one is going to be about us, and then the third one is going to be contact us. Okay, so when I have done this, I would come up to the open tag of the unordered list, ul open tag. I will give it a class name, and the class I'm going to call it navigation. Okay, so I think I'm done with this for now. Let's check how it looks. And scroll up. Okay, this is the logo and these are the three items. So the image is showing in full size because I have not styled it yet, and you can see the three navigation items that I've added with unordered list. So what I want to do is I want to display the screen side by side so that I can be able to walk, and then you will see the result at the same time. Hold on, I want to make this. Okay, this goes to the right and this goes to the left. So I want to have my page displayed like this so that you'll be able to see what we are doing. Okay, this is the logo. So I'll go on to the CSS, and then the first thing I will do here is to style this logo. So I'm going to enter, and then I would call img dot for class logo. Why I'm putting dot logo is because I may have other images, and if I don't specify the particular image I'm applying styles on using the class name, then any style I apply on the img selector would affect all the images that I have, and I don't want that. So the first thing I do, I will just specify the width, and the width I'm going to set it to 100 pixels, all right, so that it will be small. Okay, I think yeah, 100 pixels is okay for me. Okay, I can decide to style it a little bit more by putting border, then I'm going to put 1 pixel solid. Let me just use solid white so that the color won't be visible. Then I would add border radius. The border radius, I'll make it to be 50%. Okay, so to give me a round shape, I think that's good. And one thing again I want to do is that I want to float this to the left. All right, I'm floating it to the left so that the logo and the navigation will be aligned horizontally at the top of the page. Okay, so you see this one is gone to the left, and then the items are now stacked on it. So I'm going on to the second item I have, which is the unordered list that carries this, and that is what we have here. After the logo, which is this, I have the navigation inside UL tag. So what I have to do here, I'll just call up the ul.navigation. So make sure you always reference you reference the class name in order to differentiate. Okay, so what I want to do now is, first of all, let me see what we're going to do here. So what we want to do first of all is I'll try to float this to the right. Okay, when I float it to the right, you see this one is stacking on both of them. So for proper arrangement, I'm going to, where I styled this heading to put another CSS property that would allow us to allow all the items to be positioned very well. So under the heading 2, which is this, I'm going to apply a property that is clear both. When I clear both, you see, so it has come down to its position, and the two items are now positioned the way that I want it to be. Okay, later on I'm going to explain all those properties that I've been using. So Let's go on again. I'm going to okay, let me copy this, or instead let me type it so that you can walk along. ul dot navigation, then space li, which is the list. So at this point I want to style the list items, and the first thing I want to do here is I want to put display inline block, so that we'll see. Okay, so I want this to be in horizontal form, display inline block, and then I'm going to just put a padding to the four corner of all the items. Let me put 10 pixels, all right, so that it will give spaces around it. And then okay, I have padding added already, and then the next thing I would like to add there. Okay, we're going to the next selector, which is navigation space li, then a. So I want to style the anchor tag. All right, here the first thing that I want to do is I want to remove the underline that we are seeing there. So the text decoration, I will set it to none, and then that will remove what we have right there. And then I would apply font size to be 1.25 rem. Okay, and the font weight that I want to use is going to be 600. I'm going to use 600 font weight. For the font family, I will leave it like that for now. So I'll make it big. So we have a navigation right here, and then we have the logo right here. So it is looking very nice. And then it's up to you to add any other stylings that you want, and it will make your work neat. I may decide, okay, let me add background color to them. Okay, let me just come up here, and I'll call the NAVBAR. The NAVBAR class is don't forget to put dot for class. That is the div class name. So right here, I want to just specify a background color, and the background I would like to use something lighter. So let me use Alice blue, and you see that nothing is showing up. Why? Because there is no sizing properties are not applied. So I want to put the width property to be 100%. So when I put this 100%, and then the height property, I want to put it to 100 pixels. Then you see that it is giving us that background. It's giving us this background, which is nice. So I want to increase the height so that it covers up the logo, and let me just increase it to 110. Okay, I think that's fine. 110, sorry. Okay, I prefer it this way, 105. Then another thing that I'm going to correct very quickly before I conclude this class is you can see that the background color for the navigation is not lapping with the background color of the entire page, so you can see spaces around. So we want to close up those spaces, and then the way to do that is by going to the CSS body selector where we apply the background color. So here I'm going to set the margin of the body to 0. So when I set it to 0, you see that everything has lapped. It's lapping on the at the edge of the page. So later on, we'll begin to correct those problems. But now our navigation is good, and then the logo and everything is set. But yet I don't like the way they look, so I would like to add a little bit padding to the right and to the left for proper adjustment. So I'll come over to the logo. On the logo here, I have okay, I want to set for the float, I want to set padding. I want to put padding left to 15 pixels. So right, that will push it away from the left, and then the same thing to the other side. So you have liberty to style what you want the way you want them. So here I want to add padding right, the same 15 pixels. So it moves this inside a little bit. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining this class. Don't forget to ask your questions on the comment sections, and then do not forget to practice what we are doing here. So go ahead and create a navigation for your page and for your assignment, and then later on we'll begin to put these ones together. All right, see you in the next class. Bye.